Welcome to this short compilation of poems chosen by people connected with St. Chrysostom's Church, Manchester. We invited people to choose a poem which for them gives hope or peace, and this lovely collection is the result. Each person introduces and reads their choice. We are very grateful to all who have chosen, and we hope you enjoy listening. My name is Ian Gomersall, and I have chosen a poem by the American poet Robert Frost. When I worked as a prison chaplain, I met a remarkable Irish nun from Dublin, Sister Catherine, who spent much of her life visiting Irish prisoners in prisons around England. She was a remarkably patient and down-to-earth woman, and we became friends, and I was able to visit her in Dublin. One Christmas, Sister Catherine sent a Christmas card to me, and inside was this poem by Robert Frost. It is relevant for prisoners, but also for us all, particularly in difficult times when life seems broken. On a Tree Fallen Across the Road by Robert Frost. The tree the tempest with a crush of wood throws down in front of us is not to bar our passage to our journey's end for good, but just to ask us who we think we are, insisting always on our own way so. She likes to halt us in our runner's tracks and make us get down in a foot of snow, debating what to do without an axe. And yet she knows obstruction is in vain. We will not be put off the final goal, we have it hidden in us to attain. Not though we have to seize earth by the pole and, tired of aimless circling in one place, steer straight off after something into space.
Hello, my name is Andrew. My choice of poem is My Mother by Anne Taylor. I have loved this poem from my childhood, and it gives me great comfort and hope. Who sat and watched my infant head when sleeping on my cradle bed, and tears of sweet affection shed, my mother. When pain and sickness made me cry, who gazed upon my heavy eyes and wept for fears that I should die, my mother. Who taught my infant lips to pray and love God's holy book and day, and walk in wisdom's pleasant ways, my mother. And can I ever cease to be affectionate and kind to thee, who was so very kind to me, my mother? Oh no, the thought I cannot bear, and if God please my life to spare, I hope I shall reward thy care, my mother. When thou art feeble, old, and grey, my healthy arm shall be thy stay, and I will soothe thy pains away, my mother.
Hello, my name is Sheila Biddle, and I've chosen a poem by Emily Dickinson, Hope is the Thing with Feathers. I've chosen this poem because of its beautiful imagery. It reminds me that even in the darkest times and the strangest places, hope remains, singing its wordless song and asking for nothing in return. Hope is the Thing with Feathers by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul, and sings the tune without the words, and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land, and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me.
Hello, my name is Michael Burgess. My choice of poem is Everyone Sang by Siegfried Sassoon. It was published at the end of the First World War. The song rings out in the poem after the darkness of conflict and death. And music, singing, has that great gift of reaching the heart and raising the spirit, opening up a vision of a better world. The images of the bird flying and the song soaring in the poem can speak to us in these days, especially when there's no singing at present in church worship. Everyone suddenly burst out singing, and I was filled with such delight as prisoned birds must find in freedom, winging wildly across the white orchards and dark green fields, on, and out of sight. Everyone's voice was suddenly lifted, and beauty came like the setting sun. My heart was shaken with tears, and horror drifted away. Oh, but everyone was a bird, and the song was wordless. The singing will never be done.
Hello. My name is Micah, and I want to share with you this poem turned song by James Weldon Johnson. The title is Lift Every Voice and Sing. This poem is often called the Black National Anthem. It was written by NAACP leader James Weldon Johnson and then set to music by his brother John Rosamond Johnson in 1899. It was first performed in public in the Johnsons' hometown of Jacksonville, Florida, as part of a celebration of Lincoln's birthday on February 12, 1900, by a choir of 500 schoolchildren at the segregated Stanton School where James Weldon Johnson was principal. This song has given me a lot of comfort over the past several months and hope that our God is with us for the journey. Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise, high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to this place for which our fathers sighed. We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered, out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who has brought us thus far on the way, Thou who has by Thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray, lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met Thee. Lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget Thee. Shadowed beneath Thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land.
I'm Paul, and I'm going to read Oh Tell Me the Truth About Love, a poem written by W.H. Auden in the 1930s, and then put to music by Benjamin Britten in 1938. It captures my attention because I have something of a fascination with Benjamin Britten and his long-term partner, Peter Pears. Oh Tell Me the Truth About Love by W.H. Auden. Some say love's a little boy, and some say it's a bird. Some say it makes the world go round, and some say that's absurd. And when I asked the man next door, who looked as if he knew, his wife got very cross indeed, and said it wouldn't do. Does it look like a pair of pyjamas, or the ham in a temperance hotel? Does its odour remind one of llamas, or has it a comforting smell? Is it prickly to touch as a hedge's, or soft as an eiderdown fluff? Is it sharp or quite smooth at the edges? Oh, tell me the truth about love. Our history books refer to it in cryptic little notes. It's quite a common topic on transatlantic boats. I've found the subject mentioned in accounts of suicides, and even seen it scribbled on the backs of railway guides. Does it howl like a hungry Alsatian, or boom like a military band? Could one give a first-rate imitation on a saw or a Steinway grand? Is it singing at parties a riot? Does it like only classical stuff? Will it stop when one wants to be quiet? Oh, tell me the truth about love. I looked inside the summer house, it wasn't over there. I tried the Thames at Maidenhead and Brighton's bracing air. I don't know what the blackbird sang or what the tulip said, but it wasn't in the chicken run or underneath the bed. Can it pull extraordinary faces? Is it usually sick on a swing? Does it spend all its time at the races or fiddling with pieces of string? Has its views of its own about money? Does it think patriotism enough? Are its stories vulgar but funny? Oh, tell me the truth about love. When it comes, will it come without warning, just as I'm picking my nose? Will it knock on my door in the morning, or tread in the bus on my toes? Will it come like a change in the weather? Will its greeting be courteous or rough? Will it alter my life altogether? Oh, tell me the truth about love.
Hello, my name is Fliss, and I've chosen the poem I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. I was lent the book called I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by a friend many years ago, which is the first instalment of Maya Angelou's autobiography, and it made me buy and read all the rest of her books. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. The free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends, and dips his wings in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with fearful trill of the things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn-bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams, his shadow shouts on a nightmare scream, his wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom.
Hello, I'm Hilary. My choice is a song by the Beatles called Let It Be. I find comfort and hope in the words, and hope you do too. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be. Let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
This poem is called The Pirates' Tea Party. I've used it for training actors, especially for proper articulation, so I hope I get it right. The Pirates' Tea Party by Dorothy Una Radcliffe. We'd ever so many kinds of cake and at least 3 sorts of jam, doughnuts and cucumber sandwiches, some made with chicken and ham, scones and parkin and honey had we, the day that the pirates came to tea. The oldest, he had twinkly eyes, a deep-set sword-slash on his cheek, a stubbly beard that was nearly red. He hadn't washed for a week. He showed me his cutlass, sharp and bright. He slept with it 'tween his teeth at night. Teeth at night. The second, he was thin and fair, he blushed when they yelled at him. Though young, he had killed a dozen Turks. They called him Terrible Tim. He wore a handkerchief round his head, purple and yellow, with spots of red. The third of the crew was extra tall. He knew many foreign parts. He knew some wonderful swearing words. He understood all the charts. But he only whispered one when he found his toast with the buttery side on the ground. The fourth was merely a boy from a school, and although he wore a belt, a pistol in it, and high sea boots, and a frightful hat of felt, he is just pretending that he is one, with his yo-ho-ho and his son of a gun. If he is a pirate, I'm one too. Says he, then be one quick. Remember, whatever the weather's like, a pirate's never sea sick.
We began our compilation with a poem by an American poet, and we finish it with a poem by another American poet, Wendell Berry. Several years ago, a few of us at St. Chrysostom's Church were very taken by a poem that Wendell Berry wrote on peace and finding peace in difficult times. And it's this poem, a popular one among us, that finishes this compilation. The Peace of Wild Things by Wendell Berry. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time I rest in the grace of the world, and am free. Thank you for joining us in this collection of poetry, which we hope you have enjoyed. May God bless you.